Okay, we're going to work on equation number 4, but what we're going to have to do to get to equation number 4, we're going to have to recall equation number 2. So we said V2 is going to be V1 plus A delta T. And I'm going to rearrange, this is equation 2, I'm going to rearrange equation 2 to isolate V1. So the V1 is equal to V2 minus A delta T. Fairly elementary, so I'm going to call this 2A. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2A, I'm going to multiply 2A times delta T. So I'm going to multiply the whole equation by delta T. So what that's going to look like is I'm going to end up with, do it to both sides. So V1 delta T is equal to V2 delta T minus A delta T all squared, because we multiply that through. I'm going to call this equation 2b. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute equation 2b into equation 3. I hope that writes up. So I'm going to substitute wherever I see V1, wherever I see V1 delta T, I'm going to put it up into equation 3. So that's going to look like that. So wherever I see V1, I'm going to substitute V2 delta T minus A delta T squared. And that'll give me this. So I'm going to have my displacement again is going to be V1, instead of V1 delta T, it's going to be V2 delta T minus A delta T squared plus 1/2 A delta T squared. So if I have minus 1, I'm just going to write this. I could put 1 in here and it would be the same thing. I'm going to, so I'd have minus 1 A delta T squared plus 1/2 A delta T squared. So I end up with minus 1/2 A delta T squared. So okay, I can rearrange this equation. I can rewrite it, I should say. Will be delta D, the displacement, will be V2. Now these are all vectors again, remember? These should all be vectors. V2 delta T minus 1/2 A delta T squared. And it might look sort of simple, like a simple change from equation number 3. But what it comes down to is sometimes I'll have V1. If I look at this equation, I'll have V1 and I'll have A, depends on the information that I have, and I need to solve for one of the others. If I end up with a situation where I'm down here where I have V2 and delta T and A, then I can calculate the displacement. Or if I have any 3 of these 4 variables, I can calculate the 4th. And again, just like we had with the AP text, because delta T is x minus x naught, so I'll write this again in red. So x will be x naught plus V2t minus 1/2 A T squared. And this would be the equivalent equation in the AP text. And this is, sorry, not equation number 2 at all. My apologies. This is equation number 4. Because we had 2 already. So this is equation number 4. So we're up to the 4th one. I said we were going to get 5. We'll do that next.